Hello, welcome to the second in our iPad in the Music Classroom video series. In this one, we're going to create a composition and take you through many of the basic elements of Garageband and how we create melodic, rhythmic and harmonic material within it for various abilities. We're going to move fast. There's about 2 to 5 lessons worth of material covered in 10 minutes here, but use your pause and rewind buttons as necessary. There are clear learning outcomes throughout, and we hope to give you ideas to take away and create incredible compositions. Let's have a look at the learning outcomes. We're going to start with the body percussion warm-up. We're going to play a simple polyrhythm in different sections that can be done in a large group, and then we're going to transfer that rhythm onto GarageBand.
Boots, 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 boots.
We're going to open up GarageBand and create a new song and choose the drums. As you can see, the default setting when you open GarageBand is for an 8-bar, 1-section loop, as shown at the top there, but we're going to take it down to 1 bar so we can input our drums quickly, one by one. We choose a hip-hop drum machine, hit record and add each drum. When we're done, we go over to the track edit page, this page, tap once, tap again, and press edit. We can see here that the notes we've inputted are displayed according to the drum, and we can use this tool as a way for students to visualize and manipulate the notes. We can move any that are out of place, and we can add any that we've missed. Here I missed the initial bass drum. We can take notes away and add notes as we go. We can also add notes while it's playing. It's also possible to take some of the drum patterns and make melodies from them on other instruments. When we're done, we're going to take our section back up to 8 bars. And you can see that GarageBand automatically copies the drums across the length of the section. The method that offers the most control is the keyboard itself. We can choose between many different voices, and on some, we can experiment with timbres within that voice. Participants can fill in a grid with patterns of C, F or G major according to their choosing, and then find words to dictate rhythm. They can then record their part in. The arpeggiator is a fantastic function in GarageBand. We open it up through the keyboard, show students how chords are made either by saying every other white note or by counting semitones, and then turn on the arpeggiator. As you can see, there are various parameters that more advanced students can play with. And then as we input our chord notes, the arpeggiator plays between them. We can also turn on the latch switch, which keeps the arpeggiator playing after we've released the keys, and then transpose the arpeggiated pattern to the F and G, allowing participants to learn where the 3 notes are and add in their chord sequence. This method is appropriate for participants in situations where learning the location of the notes on the keyboard is not necessary. As described in our other video, we can explore chord inversions and, like our method with the normal keyboard, use strings of simple words to create rhythm. We're going to create melodies on the regular keyboard. We're going to split our C pentatonic scale in half, with the G and A forming a question or a call. We practice and then press record. We're going to record it just once, go back to our timeline, check it's there and we're happy with it, adjust the volumes so that we can really hear it, and then add a second instrument with a different voicing, and using the C, D and E, play in our answer. We then go back to the timeline, and as you can see, the question and answer are really clearly separated. We can copy and paste for repeating, and you can also split loops, and in the same way we edited the drums note by note, you can do that with these two. By adding a second section, we can begin to explore form and manipulate our musical content further. We add a B section, make sure we click on all sections, and then we're going to copy the drum beat across like so. At this point, the participant can really begin to make the piece their own. Here, I'm going to copy and paste the arpeggiated chord pattern into the B section, and then shorten it at the beginning of the A section. We can also create new material using all the techniques we've explored so far, or by adding loops. Here I'm going to add a percussion loop. There's loads more information in our first video about loops. We find the loop we want, we touch it once to preview it, and then we can drag it in. We're going to add vocals in two ways. The first is with the regular microphone. We make sure our recording line is at the beginning of the B, and then hit record. I say hip hop, you say trip hop. When I say hip hop, you say hip hop. Students can have great fun now exploring the different voices. And you can change their parameters at the bottom. We're now going to move across to the sampler. We can create a sample
Hip hop.
and then play it back at any pitch. You can then record it. We're now going to add a second sample
Trip hop.
and add that in as well. What we've just done can be a piece in itself or the beginning of a much more elaborate composition with more sections and instruments. Before we finish this piece, we're going to have a listen back and make any adjustments necessary. So we can play with the volumes. I think my volumes are okay there. We can take off the metronome, the click track in the background. That's pretty essential. You can see here I've accidentally put the monster sound effects on the vocals, so you can't really hear them very well. So I'm just going to double click on the instrument and put it back to a less elaborate effect. Say hip hop, you say trip hop. And you can see the sample has come out as MIDI material because it's a MIDI trigger. To finish off, we're going to name our piece. It automatically saves, and we just rename it with the name of the student or the name of the piece. And then, all important, we can get it out into the world. So we can put it onto SoundCloud, like so. SoundCloud I find is fantastic because you can have a whole class SoundCloud for each group of participants that doesn't have their face or video, or doesn't even have to have their name, but can have their music up there. We hope that's been useful. If you've got any questions or comments, please do get in touch. We also offer training to institutions and groups across the country. In the meantime, look out for our other videos, and good luck with your iPad music making.